The path of a man is not paved with comfort. It is carved through struggle, defined by choices made when no one is watching. The difference between the boy who craves ease and the man who builds empires lies in one core principle: discipline. The modern world offers endless distractions, a constant siren call to indulgence, to ease, to the path of least resistance. It whispers that happiness is found in acquisition, in external validation, in the fleeting pleasure of the moment. But this is the philosophy of the boy, a temporary state of existence easily swayed by external forces. The man, however, understands a fundamental truth. His power, his agency, his very essence is built from within, brick by deliberate brick. This is the work of discipline. It is not about punishment. It is about mastery. It is not about deprivation. It is about intentionality. It is the silent architect of a life that stands firm against the storms of fate. Consider the warrior. His discipline is not a matter of preference. It is a matter of survival. Every drill, every restraint, every sacrifice sharpens his edge. He understands that the battlefield of life demands the same rigor. The untrained mind, like an undisciplined army, will crumble at the first sign of opposition. It will surrender to fear, to doubt, to the siren song of comfort. The disciplined mind, however, stands unyielding. It faces adversity not with dread, but with calculated resolve. This discipline manifests in several critical pillars. First, the discipline of the body. This is not merely about physical fitness, though that is a crucial component. It is about respecting the vessel that carries your consciousness. It means conscious choices about what you consume, how you rest, and how you move. It is the deliberate act of enduring discomfort for the sake of greater strength. The man who masters his physical urges, his cravings for immediate gratification, lays a foundation of control that extends to every other facet of his existence. Are we not all, in some sense, prisoners of our own habits? The boy indulges freely, unaware of the chains he forges. The man seeks to break them, one disciplined choice at a time. Second, the discipline of the mind. This is perhaps the most challenging, yet most vital pillar d'arto. It is the ability to direct one's thoughts, to reject destructive mental patterns, and to cultivate focus. It requires the courage to confront one's own inner turmoil, to observe thoughts without being consumed by them. This is where the stoic wisdom of Seneca shines. He wrote, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." The disciplined mind learns to distinguish between the two, to anchor itself in what is real and within its control, rather than succumbing to the phantoms of fear and anxiety. This mental discipline is the antidote to the chaos of the modern information age. It allows a man to sift through the noise, to discern truth from falsehood, and to maintain clarity amidst confusion. It is the quiet strength that allows a man to pursue his objectives with unwavering focus, unperturbed by the distractions that derail lesser men. Third, the discipline of action. This is the bridge between intention and reality. It is the commitment to execute, to do the work, even when motivation wanes. Many men are rich in ideas and ambition, but impoverished in execution. They talk a good game, but fail to manifest their vision. The disciplined man understands that consistent, deliberate action, no matter how small, builds momentum. He recognizes that procrastination is a subtle form of self-betrayal. Every task completed, every commitment honored, reinforces the muscle of discipline. Think of the craftsman. His discipline is in the patient repetition, the meticulous attention to detail, the refusal to be satisfied with mediocrity. He understands that true mastery is built not in grand gestures, but in the sum of countless small disciplined efforts. Fourth, the discipline of emotion. This does not mean suppressing feelings, but rather understanding and managing them. It is the capacity to feel anger or sadness without allowing these emotions to dictate destructive behavior. It is the ability to maintain composure under pressure, to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. The undisciplined man is a slave to his emotional whims, his moods swinging wildly, impacting those around him. The disciplined man, however, cultivates a stable inner landscape, capable of navigating the full spectrum of human experience with equanimity. This emotional mastery allows for clarity in decision-making and strength in relationships. It means choosing empathy over judgment, understanding over condemnation. It means carrying your burdens with grace and not transferring them carelessly onto others. Fifth, the discipline of time. Time is the one resource that, once spent, can never be recovered. The disciplined man treats his time as the precious commodity it is. He allocates it intentionally, prioritizing tasks that align with his long-term goals and values. He guards against the insidious waste of hours spent on trivialities or unproductive pursuits. This discipline involves setting boundaries, learning to say no to distractions, and creating systems that optimize his productive hours. He understands that every wasted moment is a small erosion of his potential, a concession to the forces that seek to keep him stagnant. The clock is ticking, and the disciplined man uses its passage as a spur, not a burden. Sixth, the discipline of speech. In an era of constant chatter and performative pronouncements, the disciplined man chooses his words with care. He understands the power of silence, the weight of considered speech. He speaks when necessary, with clarity and purpose, avoiding idle gossip, baseless complaints, and unnecessary negativity. He recognizes that uncontrolled speech can inflict damage, create misunderstandings, and reveal a lack of inner control. He cultivates the habit of listening more than he speaks, absorbing information and reflecting before contributing. This restraint in speech is not weakness. It is a sign of profound inner strength and self-awareness. It means his words, when offered, carry the gravity of deliberation. It is the quiet man whose pronouncements often carry the most weight. Finally, the discipline of purpose. This is the overarching principle that guides all other disciplines. It is the unwavering commitment to a vision, a mission, a set of values that transcend immediate desires. The disciplined man knows what he stands for, what he is striving towards, and he aligns his daily actions accordingly. This clarity of purpose acts as a compass, guiding him through the inevitable challenges and temptations that life presents. Without a strong sense of purpose, discipline becomes a meaningless exercise, an empty routine. It is this deep-seated purpose that fuels the relentless pursuit of self-improvement, that drives the man to constantly push his boundaries, to seek growth even in the face of resistance. It is the ultimate anchor in a sea of change. The 7 pillars: body, mind, action, emotion, time, speech, and purpose are not separate entities. They are interconnected, each reinforcing the other. Mastery in one area strengthens the capacity for mastery in all. The boy is buffeted by the winds of circumstance. The man, through discipline, becomes the wind. This is not a path for the faint of heart. It demands sacrifice, vigilance, and a willingness to confront one's own limitations. But the reward is immense, not fleeting pleasure but enduring strength, not external praise but internal validation, not the shallow existence of the crowd, but the profound fulfillment of a life lived with intention and mastery. The boy craves comfort. The man commands himself, and in that command lies true freedom, true power, and true purpose.